This is Nathan and Carwin for Square Circle Boxing. I'm joined today with none other than Marcus Ellis. Marcus, how are we?
I'm good, thank you, Will.
Yeah. Marcus, we know you. Nottingham should know you, but we don't know you yet. You know, the boxing scene, are they ready for what is about to ensue?
I hope so.
Lovely, Marcus, well done, lad. Lovely, Marcus. Great!
So you're boxing soon, pro debut, 18 years old. What's happening?
Well, we thought I'd do it early because it suits my sort of style. So it was always going to be early, so it's not that sort of a surprise or a shock that I've turned pro early. Everyone around me, you knew I was going to turn pro early. I'm just confident, relaxed and excited for it.
Well, you're just nasty, is what I'd say. Nasty, venomous, vicious.
Agree with that.
But the reason I say people should know who you are, you had a recent interview. You got 4 national titles, box cups. You've been in the England squad, won a bronze medal. Like, your name should be out there. People are already in the boxing world know who you are, and they've got their eyes on you, surely. But we need to make some noise about you. We need to get people knowing who you are, because personally, I think you're an exciting talent, and I think you're very fan friendly, very aggressive. I don't like to spar you, but Carwin, you know, he's 18 years old. He's fighting a guy who's 11 wins, 9 knockouts.
Yeah, so in terms of approaching this fight, and you've been training as amateur for quite a long time, how have you differed your training in approach to the pros?
Not really that much different, because like I said before, I've always had that sort of pro style. Just making myself more time to think and making everything more clear, so I'm not getting smothered, and I can get my shots off better. I can sit on them, get more power into them, and it's just a steadier pace as well. I'm not rushing. I can get everything done at my pace and have the fight at my pace.
We're definitely seeing the results of that. So we know a story about you went for a job interview. What did you say your best attribute was?
My left arm.
Did you get the job?
Oh,
Did you keep the job?
no.
But you know, like, live opponent, which is great. But let's talk about the sort of road here. In your recent interview, you talked about how you got into boxing. Bit of a bad lad at school, was just too much energy.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll leave that one there. Then we'll move on. So, loads of energy. You got into boxing at the local amateur boxing club, and it went from there. What age were you when you won your first national title?
I was 11 when I won my first national title. It were in schoolboy minors.
What's going to be the biggest difference in your transition from amateurs to pros? So, understand, like, the head guards and length of rounds and the gloves. What do you think is going to factor in?
I don't think it'll be that. I think it'll be you're boxing men, aren't you? I mean, I never boxed as a senior, so I've always boxed lads my age, and you don't have your man strength at this age. So I think that'll be the main factor. They'll be boxing men and not lads my age.
So what are you doing to counteract that? What sort of training team have you got around?
Sparring me.
Christ alive, I've felt his punches and I don't like him. But talking about sparring, you was in the England squad for 4 or 5 years. Talk us through, for those that don't know, so as an amateur, how does it come to be? How do you get from boxing in a working men's club to boxing in the championships to then also going to represent the country?
If you win the nationals or get to the final, you get put on what they call the England pathway, and then if they have an upcoming competition, they'll call up lads on the pathway to like a selection day where they just have sparring, and you'll spar each other within like 4 kilos. You'll spar with each other, and then obviously out of that category they'll select one boxer per category to go and box away in the tournaments.
And they chose you. How was the sparring there? Was it something that
it was tough sparring. It was like a battle. Everyone's putting 100% in because you want to be selected, obviously. I mean, obviously some spars were easier than others, but most of the time it were like an all-out war.
Yeah, well, you know, it's all on the line.
And they're all top lads at country, at top of weight, and none of them aren't very good. They're all spot on. They're all technically sound. They're all at the same high level.
Well, I know you're not mentioning any names, but Carwin will throw a few at you, and obviously we know you can't say too much about like the spar, but like talk us through what was going through your head. Was it good? Was it bad? Like, what did you get out of it, sort of thing?
So you spelled Dennis McCann, right?
Yeah, when we were training for the schoolboy Europeans, they brought Dennis McCann down, and he sparred with every single person that was going to the Europeans. He stayed in, and we all did a few rounds each with him, and he were unbelievable. He'd be there, and he'd come up with other shots. And I mean, most of the lads like went on back pedal, but a few of us, including me, give it a go, because you're only going to get a few experiences like that, so you may as well take it with both hands, won't you?
Yeah.
So what weight are you fighting at now, and where do you see yourself sitting comfortably at in the next few years?
Boxing at the moment at super welter, but in a few years I see myself as a middleweight.
Okay, so your accolades as an amateur, we know that you're really technically good, but you've also got quite a bit of a nasty streak where you've got the eye of a tiger when you're outside the ring, chomping them a bit to go in there. So, having boxed for such a long time, what is it most about boxing that you enjoy?
It's just the aspect of fighting. I mean, like Lenny McLean, he says, punch someone on the street, you get 5 years, punch someone in the ring, you get $5,000. So that's what I like doing. I like fighting, and boxing's, for me, the best form of fighting you can do.
If AJ still held all the belts and he was to fight Fury, in your opinion, last question, who wins it and how?
Yeah, Fury just boxes his head off. I think he'd stop him later on as well. Start boxing and then just go and hurt him in the last few rounds.
Well, Marcus, it's been a pleasure getting to know you a bit more, and I think people should definitely take you seriously. Those that think you might be too young, I've felt firsthand your power even when you were younger, but the training you've done, the accolades you've already got, I think you're on a very good path, and I think people need to watch out for you. Have you got any sponsors yet? Is there anyone that's sponsoring you? Anyone you want to shout out to?
I've got my strength and conditioning coach, Luke Ashton. He's been every week. He's been doing his stuff with me, helping me in preparation for this fight. I've got my physio as well, my Shatsu Shane. He sponsors me whenever I'm sore or injuries. He sorts me out. So a big thank you to them.
So if people want to get tickets for November the 20th at Workstop, you've got a live opponent, should be action packed, your debut. How can they get them? What's your Instagram?
Just Marcus Ellis, my Instagram. I've got my Facebook, obviously Marcus Ellis. Just give me a bell, give me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll sort you out with tickets.
What can we expect on November 20th? Those who are coming?
Hopefully a good performance. But yeah, a good performance. It will be exciting. I've got an exciting style. So it'll be good, not only a good night of boxing for the whole show, but an exciting fight from me.
Are you going for the knockout, or are you going to get the rounds in, or is it just a case of what happens happens?
Sounds boring, but if it happens, it happens. I'm going to stick to my boxing, do what we've been working on, and if it comes, it comes.
When it comes, it comes.
Yeah.
Right, we'll leave it there, but it's good to see you, mate, and I'll be there that night and looking forward to it, mate.
Nice one. Cheers.
See you in a bit.